There's this company called NVIDIA, and you might have heard about them. Started off as 3 dudes in a room who wanted to push the envelopes on gaming graphics for everyone. A gaming company, you could probably say, for gamers. But now they're trying to squeeze every drop of semen in your nutsack with these crazy GPU pricing. Well, I'm not here to talk about that. And I'm not here to talk about how I just did it by paying $4,000 for such a thing. And maybe 12 other people did it too. No, we're here to talk about how you can do that over the course of 14 years. Do you like Star Wars, but the frames are horrible, it keeps stuttering like crazy, and it's just flat out unplayable? Well, that was my friend's
Joy Side TV. Joy Side TV.
V's problem. And to be honest, there's not much you could do about it, but that got me thinking, why don't we try Geforce Now? And why don't we compare it to the GigaChad 5090? And you know, maybe I spent my money and maybe I should just got Geforce Now, but who knows? Maybe I'd be happier with it, or maybe I'd be happy with just keeping the GigaChad card. It's probably the GigaChad card. But anyways, this is my first time using Geforce Now, so make sure you like and subscribe and come on this journey with me. And then maybe on me. Dale! Alright, so this is Geforce Now, and let's look into it. The basic tier is, well, a basic rig. It's $0. It's ad supported. It's only 1 hour sessions, but you can start another session after the 1 hour has been done. The queue times are long, but we'll find out how long they are. And then there's the mid tier, which gets you Quad HD, RTX on, and it's about 6 months for 70 bucks Canadian, which honestly isn't that bad. It's like one game, and you get 6 hour sessions, shorter queue times, you know, apparently 8-core CPUs. Doesn't tell you what graphics card, which is kind of weird. If the Ultimate's 4080, I would imagine the performance is probably like a 4060 Ti maybe. But speaking of the Ultimate, it looks like you get a 4080, 16 cores, CPU. It's 140 bucks for 6 months, but you get access to 4K HDR, 240 FPS and RTX on, which is perfect because, well, that's exactly my monitor. You also get access to DLSS, reflex, and it's 8 hour sessions and the quickest queue times, apparently. Now these are 6 months pricing. You can do it for a month, which is a little bit more overall. And then you could also do a day pass if you want to give it a try, which, considering it's $10.39 for the Ultimate for 24 hours, and then the month is $25.99, you could clearly see that they're structuring it to get you to spend the most money. Classic NVIDIA shit, am I right? But anyways, I do have the program open, or downloaded, I should say, and it's right here. I've already connected my account and everything. The problem is I should probably let you know that it's not access to every game under the sun. You do have to own the game. So if you have Xbox Pass, EA, Steam, of course, which you probably have if you're a PC gamer, you do have to own the game. But luckily, you can get like Xbox Pass and then you'll be covered. I do own it. It does know I own it. And now I could just play it. Okay, cool. All right, so we're trying Jedi. What's going on here? We're getting ads. We're getting ads. So clearly this is the this is the ad supported free tier that we're gonna try first. The ads are pretty massive, not gonna lie. It looks like there's 14 gamers ahead of me. So yep, this is the longest queue times. We're at 13. Yeah, we're just chilling. So we're gonna see how this runs. Once again, this is the basic rig. It's probably going to get spanked by the 5090. But yeah, now we're just waiting. Okay, bit of a hard stop there. EA is not communicating well. There's like a bug, you got to delete it, but it's like over the cloud, so I don't know how that makes sense. I mean, do we really expect it? It's freaking EA. So we're going to play something else. We're going to play Cyberpunk. Connecting right now. This should work. It's going through my Steam. Looks like we are in. Okay, I'm vibing the music. Okay, so we're definitely not getting a lock 60. That's for sure. So it looks like we're getting about 46, 51, 50. Oops. Sorry there, buddy. Yeah, sub 60. I guess this is technically playable. It's a single player game, you know. Doesn't seem too bad. Let's get out of here. Yeah, it is. Is it playable? Yeah. Would I like to play in it? A Rocky 50? Probably not. Not to mention the latency, like it feels pretty rough right now. But let's see the settings that you could change. Graphics, looks like DLSS on, set to auto, let's set that to performance. Medium, you can't turn on ray tracing because we're not on that tier. Low, medium, low, medium. Yeah, it looks like it already was pushing. Yeah, it already was about the same FPS at the moment. Okay, well, I think that's probably a good little test there. We can probably confirm that you're going to get a Rocky 60, that's for sure. I'm interested to see what Expedition 33. Now, Expedition 33 has been, honestly, my choice of game of the year. It's just, I heard good things. It was on Game Pass, so I said, sure, why not? And I'm about 35 hours in. I actually just beat it. Now I'm just doing like a bunch of the side quests, but it's been pretty good so far. So let's boot it up and see what happens. Okay, so we only had to wait like 4 minutes, not even, to load in. So we'll see how she goes. Now, something tells me that since we're still on the basic rig, it's going to run horrible. This game is very unoptimized. I think it uses UE engine. It just does not run well. But we'll see if it could, since this is a slower game, it's a turn-based game if you haven't heard about it, it should be playable. You know, at the very least 30 frames, I'm hoping. 85 frames? Oh, well, I guess it's a home screen. Okay, we're on medium preset. DLSS set to quality. Alright. See if this is doable. Because honestly, I could see like a use case scenario where you have a beefy rig at home, but then you have like an okay laptop or, you know, your partner's laptop and you're on like a bit of a longer vacation and you like kind of want a game. This might be the way. And holy shit, it's only 30 frames. 1080p, just under 30 frames. Bro. Okay, let's see if we could just take it down a notch. Maybe go to performance. Okay, we're getting like 36 now. Definitely over 30, so that's kind of nice. Let's cut it all the way down. Actually, I'm gonna keep anti-aliasing because jagged edges, man. Keep some at medium, meaning the textures, so it ain't that bad. Okay, we're up to 40. 50. Okay, you know what? That's playable. That's playable. Okay, let's do one fight here. Let's see. Okay, in fight, it definitely drops a little bit here. Oops. But you know what? It's playable. And we're playing for free. Granted, you do have to own the game, but we're playing for free on NVIDIA servers, so we'll take that. Okay, it didn't dip below 30. You know what? That's a win in my books. And to be honest, while this game has really cool art style and everything, and it kind of sucks that it looks like you could, you know, looks pretty pretty bad in my opinion. It's the gameplay. That's fucking goated. I hope this wins game of the year. But this is definitely doable, and you know what? I'm happy. So, yeah, another game done. Okay, that's one game done. Let's do another. Which one should we do here? All right, we're gonna try Marvel Rivals. It's another competitive game that I play a lot, and to be honest, I kind of want to see the latency. You know, single player games, you could tough it out with the latency, but competitive games, you know, every millisecond counts. So let's see how she feels. All right, we're in. Let's check the graphics here. DLSS at the balance. No, let's go performance. Everything is performance, off, low, low. Perfect. Apply that. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, this is bad. Oh god. I know it says like 40, 55, 52, but it's like, yeah, this is pretty bad. Yeah, let's just call it. So I know those are only 3 games, but you did have your Cyberpunk, which is a very demanding game. You had your Marvel Rivals, that's competitive, and then we threw in there, what was the other game? Oh, we threw in there another demanding game that's horribly optimized, but it's a goated game, and you should definitely play Expedition 33. I would try more, but on a basic rig, yeah, you're not really getting much, to be honest. Unless if it's like a side-scroller game, then it'll run well, but generally, it just seems like this rig that they're giving you is like a 1060 with like an i5 from 2012, which makes sense. As a company, they're trying to entice you to spend money. So here we are. Let's go spend money. We're just going to grab the Ultimate and see what it's like. Considering I have a 4K monitor, OLED, so I could activate HDR, and it's 240 Hertz. So let's see what kind of performance you can get. Geforce Now versus the 5090. Okay, billing information. Just do that to PayPal. This comes up to 1164 Canadian dollars. So let's start my day pass. All right, we got it. Let's play. Perfect. And as you can tell right here, we have the ultimate day pass. So now we could run games with the 4080, and there's no ads, short queue times. So let's full send it. And of course, you got to start it with Cyberpunk, of course. Yeah, it looks like we didn't even have to wait. There was no queue times. Now we're just loading into it. HDR10, RTX checkmark. Love to see it. Let's change the resolution. Hey, I thought we were promised 4K. So this Reddit post says, have you tried setting it in the application, hidden menu in your top left corner? Then you'll need to set broadcasting to manual and set everything you want afterwards. Custom. Oh, okay, here we go. So we want to do 4K, max bitrate, honestly, 69. Frame rate 120, sure. Adaptive. There we go. Reflex on, HDR 10, 10 bits. Okay, here it is. Upscaling mode, standard, enhance. Turn on to save changes in-game. Turn off in the video recommends. Okay. Okay, let's reboot. Hopefully we get 4K. Everything looks pretty good. Let's look at the settings here. Graphics. DLSS transformer model set to quality. Everything set to high. Everything on. Let's turn on ray tracing, because why not? I'm going to put this down 1 to ultra. That's crazy. Turn that all on. We're also going to turn on path tracing. Hit apply. Okay, see how she goes. Okay, this looks like 4K. Like native 4K. It's actually impressive. The only shitty part, 30 frames. But we do have it at the most demanding settings. Path tracing, ultra, everything. But this looks good. I'm impressed. Oh. Okay, let's walk around here. Yeah, this looks really good. And I don't know what a 4080 could do at 4K with path tracing ultra settings. But this seems about right. About 30 frames. Is it playable? No, but it's impressive that it's over the cloud. I'm impressed. Color me surprised. Okay, so let's be nice and turn off ray tracing, because might be a little too much. Okay, no ray tracing, no path tracing. We are hitting 61 frames, 66 frames. Yeah, this is so playable. Holy crap. This is so playable. Let's see if we could do performance mode. Okay, performance, we are getting 95 frames. Yep, this is so playable. Even the latency, like, it's not that bad. Like, it's pretty damn responsive. I don't know how they're doing it. This is the... This is this is really impressive. Like, really impressive. Look at that. 13-14% usage on the GPU. 31 on the CPU. That's it. Isn't that crazy? That's wild. All right, let's try the other game. Okay, we are in Expedition 33, Geforce Ultimate. Slow is the game, but looks like we're getting about easily 120 frames. That was a really quick load. Okay, look at that. We're getting 60. 66, 68, 71. You know, we could probably check the settings here. It's on DLA. Okay. Now, if you haven't played this game, if you don't use DLSS, it looks really bad. Even DLA really looks bad too, so you have to switch it to like quality and it will look much better. Yeah, right there. Boom. At least to me it looks better. I don't know I don't know how it looks for you guys on YouTube with the compression and everything, but this looks much better. And honestly, I'm really impressed. Quickly flash the settings too, sorry. Everything is set to epic. That is nuts. I'm gonna set this to low. Yeah, everything is set to epic. DLSS set to quality. And look at that. Hitting above 80. But yeah, look at that. 75 frames in battle. Yeah, this is more than playable. I'm actually impressed. Like I'm like dumbfounded actually. Like this is nuts. Look at that. It dipped to 66 during that scene. crazy. Let's move over to the last game. Marvel Rivals, baby. All right. We're in. Let's check the settings here. Set to performance. Frame gen is on ×2. Okay, let's turn that off. Medium, medium. Nope. Let's do low, low. Model detail, performance. Okay. Oh my god. That is so much better. Okay, not only is it actually like 4K and it looks amazing, but 120 frames. Now it says 136 and then the stream, I don't know what the stream means. Does the stream mean like what I'm seeing, or either way, if it's 120 lock, like that's still pretty good compared to like the 45 I was getting. As for latency, it's not bad. Okay, let's try a game then. Okay, I'll play DPS just so I can notice the difference when I'm pew-pewing. Oh, wait, I'm not a tank. Well, you know what? I'm convinced. I'm convinced that that's pretty amazing. Okay, yeah, I'm convinced that's pretty damn amazing. I don't know how they're able to push 4K without any banding going on. At least that's what I noticed. The latency was pretty minimal, if that there was any. I mean, there obviously is a little bit, but it's pretty good. It kind of reminds me of like if you have multi-frame gen on, or just like frame gen on, like at ×2 or something. You could kind of feel it, but I feel like I'm just gaslighting myself into thinking that there is a little bit. But it's totally playable, at least for single player games. Now, if you're a bit of a sweat, maybe you shouldn't use Geforce Now, but it's honestly not that bad. If you're a casual gamer, it checks out. So 5090 wins, but honestly, it's not bad if you can't afford it. Like and subscribe.